About 15 years ago, I had a celebrity client come to me who had to gain 25 pounds for a movie in 3 months. Now, he wanted to work with a trainer because he wanted to gain the weight like in as healthy of a manner as possible. He was concerned that if he gained 25 pounds, he's not going to be healthy. So he came to the gym, we worked out 3-4 times per week. Initially, we increased his calories with like all healthy type food. That didn't work. He wasn't really gaining the weight quick enough. So then we had to switch, unfortunately, to like junk food, to high carbohydrates like pancakes and pizza and things like that. And then he did, within the 3 months, gain the 25 pounds. But unfortunately, once he gained the 25 pounds, he was never able to lose it. Like over the 15 years, he called me up a couple of times and said, Mike, I cannot believe it. I cannot lose the weight that we gained years ago. I made some suggestions to him, like workout diet-wise, but nothing seemed to work. And I don't want to tell you who he is because I don't want to talk about, like name, my clients. But about 2.5 years ago, like in the heart of the pandemic, he called me up again and said, Mike, I'm going to be home for like 6 months now. I have a ton of time. What can I do to lose this weight? I really liked the guy. He was a wonderful guy. He said, Mike, I really feel at this point, it's hurting my career. I have to lose this weight. After knowing him a little bit and talking to him over the years, I knew psychologically that he really was ready, like he's leveraged. And I decided to go with something somewhat extreme to get him to lose the weight. See, the working out was never a problem. He had an amazing gym in his house. He was working out like 45 minutes to an hour every single day. I kind of liked his routine. That wasn't the issue. He just was eating too much food, taking in way too many calories, wasn't eating enough protein, things like that. So I decided to go with the alternate day fasting diet for him. Now let me explain to you exactly how that works. First of all, one day you eat normally, but the next day, your fasting day, you dramatically reduce calories. Some people like to eat about 25% of their normal calories. In his case, I just decided to go with 700 calories. So day 1, he was able to eat normally. Day 2, I didn't want him working out hard that day, maybe just do some easy aerobics, and I want him to only eat 700 calories. I want him to look up the food, use MyFitnessPal, which I recommend to everyone. Make sure you did not go over the 700 calories and try to prioritize protein on that low calorie day. Eat mostly protein. Have 4 ounces of like some chicken, fish, and meat, something like that with a little bit of fiber. And I have to say, he actually did it. I was so excited. It took about 4 or 5 months and he lost the 25 pounds. But then the problem was he was really worried that what's he going to do now? He lost the weight. If he stops this alternate day fasting, will he gain the weight back quickly? And I told him, do this. Why don't you stick to that program like once a week? Eat normally 6 days a week, and then 1 day a week, do a very low calorie day. Eat one meal, 700 calories high in protein. It'll still keep calories in line for you for the week. And that's what he did. And it seems to be working for him. I haven't spoken to him in a while, but I'm assuming that, and I see him, I see him in the movies and stuff, and he looks to be at like an ideal weight. So I think it really is working for him. So the takeaway from this video for you should be, first off, if you find yourself gaining weight, don't gain 25 pounds. If you gain 5-10 pounds, jump on it. Because once you gain the weight, we all know it's so hard to lose it. But if you are 25 pounds or heavier, you have to get into a mental state where you're really motivated and leveraged, where you just have to lose the weight. And then I do love all these time-restricted eating, intermittent fasting strategies. I've owned a gym for over 35 years. I've tried every diet imaginable. And I have to say, I think intermittent fasting, time-restricted eating is the easiest way for most people to get into a calorie deficit without complicating things. So if you want to learn more about intermittent fasting and how you can incorporate it into your life, check out this playlist of videos.